my countertop. So you know that just like Scott, I do purchase and use a lot of QVC products. Scott's happens to be one of them as well. Thanks, Scott, for the call out for this mop. So this is our 4-piece EASYGLIDE mop, item V37825 for $33.10. We revolutionized the microfiber mop, and we're going to show you tons of ways to use it throughout the house, both wet and dry, here in just a little bit. So first, let me take you through the colors if we can. The one that I'm using here at home is going to be the blue. If you ever get confused about the color, which color to pick, just look right here at the end of the handle. That's going to be the color, the plastic piece. So if we can go over those on QVC.com, there's the blue. If we can zoom in real fast and see this beautiful paisley pattern that was actually created by my wife, Stella. And those beautiful paisley patterns have touches of green and things of that nature in the blue. Next, we're going to see the gray. Nice touches of yellow and kind of dark gray and light gray there. If you're anything like us here in the house, we tend to use a lot of neutral colors as well. That's going to be your kind of neutral color offering there. I believe that was the Pantone colors of the year a couple years, or maybe last year. Next, we're going to see the purple. The purple has touches of teal and things of that nature in there as well, along with that paisley pattern. And then finally is the red. The red, I think last time was the most limited. Is that still the case, Blaine? Red most limited. So if you like that red, go ahead and hurry up and pick that one up because that one's going to go really fast. But why did we revolutionize the microfiber mop? So we have a camera over here. I'm going to show you kind of the differences of what we did with the microfiber mop pad. So ordinarily, we said, hey, you know what we're going to do? We are going to take a microfiber pad and we're going to make it into a mop. So, or a microfiber towel and make it into a mop pad. So what we did is we did just that. We created a microfiber pad made out of the same microfiber that you might find in like our towels. Well, the problem with that is that it held too much water. It was a little difficult to push. And you didn't like that so much. So we said, okay, we have to go back to the drawing board. Well, in the interim, people would go out and buy something like this. Now, the problem with these is they're made out of paper. First of all, look at the size difference, right? You can only use them wet. They don't work dry. And they're very expensive, right? You see aisles and aisles of disposable products in the grocery store because they want you to come back and buy more disposable products. You don't see aisles and aisles of microfiber, but you certainly do see aisles and aisles of disposable mop pads like this. Well, we're going to get rid of that. So what we did is we came up with what we call the loopy pad. And what we did is we took those fibers that were really short, we made them very long, and then looped them back over themselves. And you can see how there's nice looped fibers here. And what that did is it made it hold just enough water, and you can use it now dry and wet. And the reason for that is because ordinarily you have to sweep or vacuum before you mop. Here's a couple of ways that you can use it around the house. That's my sister-in-law Joyce using only water. The great big oversized pad, you can either spray your solution or your water onto the floor or onto the pad. The oversized pad you're going to see there gets up against the baseboards underneath the cabinets. It has an articulating head on it, which basically is a fancy word for lays flat and moves, and you can kind of get underneath things in those hard to reach places. Just like the toilet. I don't know about you, but I certainly don't want to get on my hands and knees and get around the toilet. So that's why we gave you this large oversized pad. And the best part about it is you're going to peel it off and you are going to throw it in the washing machine and throw it in the dryer. Because ordinarily, rather than using something like this, we give you two pads that you peel off and you put in the washing machine and put in the dryer. So we're going to do some mopping. First, I'm going to show you a little video as to why this is so different than a mop that you would get at the grocery store, is because you can use it dry. So ordinarily, that's me a couple of months ago in the house. I'm going at this using this like an old school custodian mop. Do you remember the custodian brooms and mops that you used to see in school, the really big oversized pad that the custodian would take across the hallway and grab up all the dirt and stuff? This is kind of doing the same thing. And what that's doing is you can see some of that pet hair, that leading edge. The oversized pad allows me to get underneath the cabinets and up against the baseboards, and then coming around the corner there, 42 seconds later, look at all of that pet hair. So in 42 seconds, we prep the floor for mopping, and then what we're going to do is we're going to transition into mopping now. So we've swept, gotten rid of all of that pet hair and nasty stuff, and we're going to transition immediately into wet mopping. And what I like to do is I like to offset the pad here, and I'll show you why that's so important. So I'm going to come over here. I have a camera set up, so we're going to catch me over here. So I have a little tap water. If you are tied to your favorite cleaner, like if you do like a GP66 that you can clean the floor with, or maybe you like that pine scented cleaner that some people use to mop the floor, you can certainly put that in a little spray bottle and use that as well. But what we do here at the house is we tend to spray this with a little bit of water. Take this, and now we're going to go down to the floor and wet mop. So we've done the dry. Right, we've done the dry sweeping, and now we're wet mopping. And you can see the oversized pad helps me do that a lot quicker, okay? Here is why the oversized pad and why I offset it. So I take this, I put it right up against the baseboard, and you can see that I'm doing the baseboard and the quarter round at exactly the same time without having to get on my hands and knees. So I'm getting right up against the hardwood and the quarter round, and I'm cleaning that without having to get on my hands and knees. And then with that articulating head, I can come right around corners, right, and step in front of you here, and you can see I can still clean all the way up against the baseboard. And this is what I love about this. Because the pad is super oversized, now we can, if you have non-carpeted stairs like we do, you can mop, wet and dry mop the floors or the stairs. And then this oversized pad, this is why we did this as well. We made it this size. Now you can clean the risers of the stairs all the way up because it's exactly the same size as the risers. Here's the best part. When this gets dirty, what do we do with it? Peel it off, put it in the washing machine, put it in the dryer, rather than going to the store to continue to buy more disposable products. That's really the Campanelli family mission, is to make sure that you can clean smarter, clean faster, clean easier, and then save some money in the long run. This is a little animation showing you the EASYGLIDE pad. So those looped fibers hold just enough water to make it easily glide over the floor. And that microfiber is going to lift, trap, and remove the dirt so that you don't have to worry about getting your socks dirty and things of that nature when you walk on the floor. Because I'm telling you, think about it, when you bring the mop home, do yourself a favor, take it out of the box, clean the floor. You'll find that your floors are a lot dirtier than you think. The best part about these, machine wash, tumble, dry the pads. Item V37825. 4-piece EASYGLIDE wet or dry mop by Campanelli for $33.10. So let me go ahead and show you the colors again one more time. The one that I have here is the blue. That's the one I'm using. You're seeing that on your screen. Now most limited is the blue. So it's a neck and neck race. I mean, you said what, Blaine? 150? Less than 150 of that blue remaining in stock. Hurry up and get that. I'm telling you, that's one of my favorite colors. I love that one. Next is the gray. Touches of light gray and dark gray, a little bit of yellow in there. After the gray, I believe we're going to see the purple, little purple and teal, and that paisley there. And then finally, the red. Less than 200 in the red, so it's neck and neck between the red and the blue. Now, don't forget, this is a wet system and a dry system, all in the same mop pad. You get 2 mop pads along with this as well. So coming up here in a little bit, I am going to be presenting our stain remover, which is a set of 3